and out, up and out, up and out. Come on, come on. Oh. The keys. Lock the doors. Fan. Okay. And it's been quite a minute since I have been up before my Tamagotchi. Just fucking here. But today I'm up before my Tamagotchi. I've got a business meeting in the next town over. I figured I wouldn't waste the opportunity to I don't know, express myself, I guess. There's been a lot of bullshit going on. And, frankly, I need a little outing anyway. So, but, point being, I have a business meeting today. I'm gonna go to, we're gonna go to a breakfast place, and get some vegan omelets of some kind, which I've never had before, and that sounds super, super exciting. And we're discussing the Crystal Punk video game project that, for the most part, I'm taking care of the art and music. And we're still in the design process, so in more or less, I've been given an extreme amount of control over the look and feel of the game, over the atmosphere, and so we just want to make sure and go over a couple of things and make sure things are set in stone. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna be really delicious to have that good breakfast too. So, I did not notice what a beautiful cloudy day today is. I think this bodes very well for us. This is my kind of weather. I mean, I'd prefer if it's actually raining, but this'll do. It's so hot here. I really hope that stays this way. 'Cause, I mean, look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. That's right, I did put in the recipe. So I had to stop and get some food for my car as well, because she was also hungry, and then of course I spilled hand sanitizer on my new dress. Fucking awful. But we got through with the meeting and it was very productive. The food was fantastic. It's a little it wasn't very spicy though, so if the next time that I eat there, I'm going to, of course, ask for some very serious spice to be added. But I'm off to a cemetery, which I have not visited just yet, for a quick little thing. Now I wonder. I don't really see anywhere to park. Is that what this is? I mean, I see tire treads here. I don't feel comfortable parking so close to the graves. That must be what this is. Ooh, goodness. Forgive me if it's not. Really don't want to be driving over some people. Like, that would not be very nice, would it? Oh, goodness. But, I mean, there's obvious tire tracks here. I mean, I'm not... Okay, well, here we are. Fantastic. So this is pretty. It's a little stacked on top of itself. It's a little tight, but it's pretty. Let's see here. And of course I have to wear my mask because we're in public. We're in a public space, and it's not very nice to be in a public space without a mask right now. Let's see here. I do have friends that would disagree with me on this one, but I will have to respectfully disagree with those friends. I'm trying to do the right thing by my values. If you don't want to wear a mask, you know, that's your thing, I guess. Certainly not the... Oh, yes. Well, goodness, I mean, there's nobody else out here. Well, they're parked out there. Am I not allowed to park here? Isn't that a bit strange? So, as you can see, look, we'll just let you take a peek. So it's a tiny little area here. It's a nice little setup here. It's pretty. It's nothing special, although over there, I'm not sure if you can quite see it just yet. There looks like, is it a mausoleum or something? I don't know. We're gonna go check it out. I bet you it's just an old house or something, but that's not the point. So, let's see here. I guess I should just go ahead and close up lock the car, just in case, because, you know, people and stuff and things. Basically the meeting was all about doing the art for a game that I'm helping in production with. We're calling it Crystal Punk right now. It's very neat. I really like the story. I really like the world that we've come up with. And I really want to be a part of it. And so, I don't know, it's cool. It's going to be a 2.5D Zelda-like game. And yeah, I'll have updates about that on the channel when and if things tend to go in the direction that when I have more to present, I'll put some stuff up there. Right now we're still in the early stages of it. I mean, I am working on my own Wallenstein game for the Game Boy. I'm not sure. I'm sure I've mentioned it at some point in time or another. So that's personally, it's my own project, and it's a love letter to my childhood. It's very Zelda-like in terms of, it's a, what do you call it? A magical music game. So it's got some interesting bits. I might even throw a little bit in here if I can, to to show you, but I definitely am going to put a video together of all that good stuff. And at some point in time, and I'll share that too. And those will be on the channel because I want them to be. Bloody hell. I would like to have them on my channel. It's my channel. I'm not making any money. Not yet. I intend to. But I really don't think that I'm going to let YouTube's censors or traditions of art form determine for me what content I put on my channel. I'm really, like I've always said, I'm doing it for me, so it's not really for anybody else. I really hope other people enjoy it though. Anyway, see, this is interesting. They've got a cross, a big old crucifix, and we got some ladies over here. They're very upset. She looks like she's got a migraine. I got some medicine, but I'm not going to offer it. And then there's the fellow. There's the fellow up there. He's stuck. It looks like he's stuck. Although honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, you could tell me what was the place that I don't think anybody could be actually held up by nails like that. I think they would just slip right off. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you'd need to have it more like in the wrist or something like that. And maybe some ropes, that'd be nice. You know, I don't know. I just, you know, hey, whatever. So this is some kind of, I think it has everything to do with the religion of this particular graveyard, because for some reason, the locals, oh, you know what, I need to get a different microphone, because this is a shotgun mic attached to this. And I bet you can't hear me when I turn the microphone around. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. And I think I might have to attach another microphone to it. Just as well. They segregated, I don't know if they still do, but they certainly did segregate the cemeteries based on the particular form of religious cult that they were involved in. Now, this is pretty. Now, look at that. So there is an example of this sort of like slightly more eastward Texas Hill country. So this doesn't quite, to me, look like home. When I see this, it doesn't scream, this is my homeland. But it's very, very close. Very, very close. And it has more to do with the mesquite bushes and the color of the soil. So like here in Fredericksburg, I mean, it's not exactly the way that it is everywhere, but you've got this very reddish soil. And you know, oh hey, look there, look, Ronslebens. Yes, I'm friends with some of the Ronslebens. I know them. So yeah, I guess I don't think this is the Catholic cemetery. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Anyhow, yes. So doing art for the games, making lots and lots and lots and lots of assets, and then putting them together. I'm not very good at coding, but we're working on that. Getting better at making art. As a child, I did not really mess with color very much. Things on the ground. Okay. Oh, that must be from this tree. Yeah, they must be. Okay, that makes sense. So look at that. It just looked like a little pipe stem or something. It looked like a pipe stem, and that's what caught my eye. And I thought, what kind of person just drops pieces of old-fashioned? What kind of trees are these? Certainly these are not native. They're some kind of implant, aren't they? Gorgeous. Look at that tree. But anyway, you see that building over there? This thing right here. That. I thought it might have been a mausoleum from where I was looking. I don't think it is. Some kind of, it's simultaneously inviting and somewhat creepy. Cool. But as we can see, we've got over here what look like, let's see, children's graves. There's some very pretty ones here too. Very old, but some of these are very pretty. Very, very pretty. See, I like that sort of traditional one right there, you see. Right there. Oh, would you look at that hut? What is that exactly? I don't imagine it's the groundskeeper's hut. Or would have been at some point in time. Excuse me. Ah! Ah! I stubbed my toe. Look at that thing right there. It's just in the ground. It's solid. It's stuck. Ah! And I'm wearing pikes. That really hurt. Okay, let's see here. Oh, look at that. Windows sealed off along the rock wall. It can only mean... I actually don't... I have no idea. What does that mean? Why did they do that? Oh, would you look? Well, that's unexpected. So guess. Look. Ew. Just give it a quick peek. So at least on the bottom bit, we've just got tools and basic groundskeeping shit. I don't know what's up there. I'm not gonna knock. I'm not that tall. My goodness, no. My hair is getting in my eyes. My goodness. Okay, we are gonna fix that shit. Oh, okay. Okay, much more better. Much more better. Okay, sunlight, be gone. This thing is absolutely like... No, okay, so I spent years, and this is a bit of a ramble, okay, but I spent years debating on whether or not I should get a parasol. About 8 years ago, in this town actually, it was so hot, and I would walk back and forth to work, that eventually I just bought a damn umbrella. And somebody just gave me a ride. See, look, they're all over the place. The little seed pod thingies. So yes, now that I've bought it, this is invaluable. It's perfect. So if you're thinking about getting a parasol, please, do yourself a favor. Just fucking get one. What are they gonna do? Judge you for staying out of the sunlight? My gods, I'm already burned from the amount of sunlight I get from not being nocturnal anymore. Oh, hey, would you look here? Okay, so erected. That is the most interesting erection. Donated by the Vagel brothers? Vagel? Okay, we're sort of walking along the back rock wall here. Now, I will mention that I am starting to sweat. It is a mite bit uncomfortable, I will admit. It's been hot these past couple of weeks. It's just been miserable hot. Oh my goodness, like there are no graves back here, but look at this little one right here. Oh, so small and so precious. Oh my goodness. And of course, typical feature of the Texas Hill Country, of course, bones. Animal bones. Someone ripped apart their prey out here, I suppose. Looks like some form of... It's definitely some form of ungulate, a deer, or a small sheep or something like that. But they've been here long enough to be somewhat bleached. But anyway, something that we're pretty used to seeing. Oh, and would you looky over there? Actually, as can be seen, I think... I don't know what this is supposed to war veterans? Oh, would you look over there? Looky. And some kind of lady putting up flowers for them. Isn't that sweet? We shall have to check that out one day when it's cooler. We'll have to go through some of these with a little bit more of a fine comb, but it's hot, and so I'm trying to sort of just go through and visit the graves and see what's cool and what's pretty. I mean, look at some of these, right? It's a bunch of crosses. I'm not particularly fond of certain kinds of crosses. The more Celtic ones look very pretty. And look at them. Just such pretty graves. I just want to take a peek. Look at that one right there. Let me hold this. Rosalia Jensky. I know some Jenskys. Well, they call them Jenskys around here. Look, more bones on the graves. Somebody's a very messy eater. Very, very messy eater. Ugh. And all these. They all have. You got. It's just interesting. So I'm trying to look at it from the outside. So for I'm sure a lot of Americans, they don't necessarily have German towns or German things. I grew up a little bit further out in the country, but there's always been an English town and a German town relatively close by. But of course, in my generation, people don't speak the same German. The Fredericksburg Deutsch is just a little bit different than standard German. It's a mixture of Old German and some local, colloquialisms. And it's very neat, and I like it. But I digress. I'm getting distracted by all these beautiful graves and things they have. I mean, look at those. That one's broken. The cross is broken off the top. Damn shame that. Look at these over here. Look at these. Oh, and I love the pretty little gate. I didn't know there was a way to be at this little gate over here. Look at this. Pretty. Little cacti growing out of there. It was just so interesting to look at them. Look at that. Union. I mean, it's been fixed. It's been replaced certain pieces, and it's like a whole familial thing with a gate, and so interesting, so pretty. At any rate, so as I was a young person, I would only ever draw in black and white with a pencil on paper because I could correct my mistakes, and I was given a lot of flack from my earlier teachers for coloring outside of lines, so to speak. I mean, I didn't actually color outside of the lines too much, not much more than you would expect a young person to do. Let me scoot through here. We got a bit of trees. Okay, but I was given a lot of flack for the way that I colored, and so I decided to no longer color, and I found that through just lines, just a pencil and a paper, I could pretty much create worlds that I wanted to, and express things. And there were lots of funny things that I did. I lost a lot of passion in drawing as I got a little bit older, and then I sort of fell in love with a girl who is a very good artist, and my brother was drawing some very neat things, so I started drawing really heavily again. Oh, look at that. I love the little goddess statue, it's gorgeous, but these are particularly neat even considering, even the cross and all that kind of crap. But look at that woodman of the world. Woodman of the world. That's neat. I think that's neat. Okay. I don't even know. Look at that little triple one over there. Isn't that just cool? So, yes. I was not good at shading in particular for a long time. And honestly, I haven't been doing a whole lot of shading in my whole life. It's just the very minimal amount of shading absolutely necessary to get the job done. And so recently, like within the last couple of years, started to make more shading, but I haven't been doing as much art either. Now, having said all of that, I've started very, very recently, within the past couple of months, I've started doing digital art. As opposed to the previous Wallenstein projects and the previous other art things that I've done with Genki Muyo 19+, and the little adoptables that I was doing. It was all those were initially all done hand drawn and stuck in a scanner, and it's a pain in the ass to digitize those because, like I've probably said before, you have to do it all over again. So I started doodling with my phone, which is what is it? It's some whatever, the Walmart's version of the one. It has a little pen in it. It's got a little pen, and it's got a really nice thing for taking notes and what have you. And so, yes. Basically, yeah, I got Ibis Paint or Ibis Paint X, Ibis Paint, however people want to say that. And look, more cacti in the graves. And I started to draw with that, and I started to basically, from the coloring and the shading that I have been doing, go straight for color shading. Instead of shading first and then coloring that, which doesn't look very good, I've gone straight for using various palettes of color for shading, which looks much better. I'm still not doing like perfect art. It's still not the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen, but bloody hell, it looks much better than anything that I have done in the past. And then, of course, I bought I needed to have a digital art. Oh my goodness, I hate these little stickers. Hate those. Digital art pad. Yes, drawing. One of those drawing pads for the. Oh God, the wind feels good. I'll forgive it. Sort of those digital drawing pads. The XP Pen Star 3 something or other. Anyway, it's a little bit bigger than a sheet of paper, and it comes with a pen, and it's just great. I'm not entirely used to it yet. I didn't get one with a screen because I'm very tall, and it hurts my back to bend over and do things, and I need to just sit back with good posture and draw that away. So, but that combined with the various programs that I use for making assets for the games that we're working with. Ooh, ants. I think we're going to see a very strong ramp up in quality and production. Oh, would you look? Isn't that interesting? But is that for trash or for flowers? Or is that? I mean, obviously both, right? This is plastic flowers and trash. Let's take a peek here. So we've got some kind of. Oh, it's legit a Catholic cemetery. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see here. Oh, look, here's another erection. I guess that's. I don't know what that flag is. It must be something to do with the veterans, American Legion, something like that. Okay. Anywho, the most of these, look, very kind of dull, although it makes sense that this is the Catholic one, seeing as we have a bunch of these Irish crosses, which must be the Irish Catholic families, 'cause there is an Irish Catholic church here. St. Mary's, I think they call it. I'm not sure, I've never actually been there. There's St. Anthony's in Harper and Notre Dame in Kerrville. Yes, they call it Notre Dame instead of Notre Dame, so whatever. But, I mean, you know, they got a lot of money. They build beautiful churches. I'm not gonna knock that. I mean, I would build beautiful churches if I had the money. And I specifically for building churches, not that I would necessarily use them for the same purposes, but that's not the point. Okay, back on topic. Focus, Hella. We have oh my car's way over there. Okay, so, yes, doing lots of art, trying to get this art done. Like I said, I'm also not actually going to school. I'm getting certifications so I can have jobs, right? I don't necessarily want to work. I don't want to work. I just want to play. I would like my work and my play to be the same thing. However, if it's a difference between having the money and the time off to play and having to work half of the time, then I'll do that. There are things that I need to do. This country is kind of nutty right now. So I don't know. I don't really think I want to stay here. I mean, I've always wanted to move to Scandinavia. I'm not very fluent in Swedish or Danish. I mean, I can read it better than I can listen to it or speak it. I'm trying to learn Danish. My Norwegian is okay for somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of people to speak it with. But yes, I would like to move to Scandinavia. I really would. And unfortunately that takes a lot of money, and I have to have skills that aren't taking away from the Scandinavian population. Obviously, if I had my druthers, I would have a little house in Vatnaström, or I don't know, I'm just thinking somewhere along a fjord, somewhere where someone that I'm related to lives, or perhaps even a house in Bornholm. But, well, I'll discuss that another time. But yes, basically. So, I feel like I must remind everybody, even though I've already said it this time, that I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for anybody else. I do have a Patreon. I do have a Ko-fi? Somebody please correct me. Is it Ko-fi or coffee? And every little bit helps. We're going through a bit of a transformation of sorts. When I say we, I mean myself and my partner and my it's quite windy, but that feels so good. We're going through a bit of a transformation in terms of how we're doing business and how we're getting things done, and we're going through very scary times right now, so I would not... Oh goodness, it did actually mess up the paper inside of that. That's okay. We'll get that down. Oof. We'll deal with her in just a second. I understand if people don't have extra finances to do, Oh, that's not bad. That's no big deal. Okay. Don't have extra funds to support people on Patreon or anything like that, but, let's unlock that. Come on. Not that one. See, I'm trying to do... Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, we got it. So one of them is a panic button. We don't want that. Yes, I would understand if you can't afford to do so. I'm really not trying to push anyone to do so, but if there is some service that I can provide in exchange for your patronage, then I would be more than happy to do so. Right now I'm very busy, and so it's very difficult to... Really, I'm going to turn this on. It's going to be a bit loud. Whatever, deal with it. It's a little bit difficult to get everything done. Oh my goodness. See, now I'm starting to melt, so you can see how this goes. I would not... Let me turn that down. We don't want any trouble with her. So. However, I do have to modify on the Patreon these sort of things. I will be offering some different nice little things for Patreons, and I think there's a way to offer some stuff for anyone who does the Ko-fi thing. Oh my goodness, does my hair look like that the whole time? But I appreciate the consideration. And I've been saying this for a while. I'm really trying to get the new environment set up so I can properly finish the 4th episode of the Wallenstein Project, and once that's finished, I'll be able to work on a new form of that. But like I said, I'm working on 2 video game projects currently, and then I have my schooling, and I've got all sorts of other stuff, so, but yes, so if you have any ideas for me, or anything, you can do whatever, that kind of thing on the, just type nasty things down below, and click thumbs and whatever the fuck you want. Some people like the thumbs down. It's like whatever. I don't care. I'm trying to think of something nicer to do on the outro, because this is not the vlog anymore, right? So I'm trying to think of something that's a little bit more pleasant, but I don't know if I'm a pleasant kind of gal. I mean, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and head on to my house and get to work. I've got a lot of things I need to take care of today. A lot of things. So, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. No.